If you're anything like me, you've been absolutely enjoying the recent Stranger Things collab. I mean, Upside Showdown is so good. The Brawler cards, the Showdown Plus modifier, rest in peace. But still, Upside Showdown might honestly be one of, maybe even the best game mode we've ever gotten. I haven't been playing all that much this year. I mean, this year is definitely the year I've played the least, except for the past month, and in the last 2 weeks, I've pushed more trophies than in May, June, July, and August combined. And I personally think, no actually I know, it's because of Upside Showdown, and mainly the addition of card packs and Brawler cards. So today, I just wanted to talk a bit about why I think this new feature is an amazing addition to the game, and why it should become permanent. If you haven't played the mode yet, or if you've been living under a rock, let me explain it real quick. Every brawler has a deck of cards, and these cards give unique buffs from simple things like more damage or speed to crazier, more brawler specific stuff. Like Edgar here, for example, this legendary card gives him extra healing, which enhances an already good ability about the brawler. Rico gets an extra bounce in his shots, Rosa can create a huge boost with every attack, Jean's super has infinite reach, and so on. This makes every game feel unique because your brawler actually becomes unique. You can hold up to 5 cards per match, and with 30 cards in total, that means there are 142,506 possible builds. So that's obviously quite a lot. And here's the important part. You want those 5 cards, but to get them you have to win games. Top 4 or you're out and you restart your run. This is a massive plus in my opinion because it gives another reason to win besides trophies. It finally makes the game more competitive, and that is something Brawl has been lacking for I don't know how long. Losing actually has consequences now. You lose trophies and you lose your run's progress. The mode gives you a great reason to play and to keep winning. Now, here's where things get interesting, because what makes this different from the previous collabs is once again the uniqueness. Think back to the Godzilla event. People went crazy because it was new. Mutations, broken abilities, it was absolute chaos, but it was fun. However, not every brawler had a mutation. Then we had SpongeBob. It was still fun, but less versatile because the abilities were class-based. So if you had a tank, you'd only have the burgers. If you had a marksman, you'd only have the clarinet, and so on. Then Angels vs Demons, which was quite unique at the time, but really unbalanced. Mutations 2.0 was a copy and paste from the year before, but now things were classed from Hot to Inferno, meaning some brawlers were just ridiculously strong, and it made it really unfair to play another brawler, for example. Then we also had the second Angels vs Demon event, and it was kinda the same thing, it just didn't really feel that exciting. And I didn't play much during Subway Surfers, but from what I know it wasn't all that great either. I think I only used a magnet, and that was it. And before this collab happened, people were actually protesting against another temporary ability for your brawlers, because it would just be the same shtick over and over again. But this Stranger Things collab, it finally feels fresh again. This time the mode is actually balanced, and I mean, okay, yeah, we did have emergency nerfs, but they handled that really quick instead of ignoring it and you had to sit with Buzz Lightyear for 2 months. The mode is in a good state. You can basically pick anyone, have fun, and win, and honestly, that's all that matters. Here's the thing, these card packs can become a permanent feature, and Supercell knows it too. This is absolutely a test run, we are the guinea pigs. They even said it themselves during Brawl Talk.
We've wanted to add roguelite style gameplay into Brawl for a while now, and what better opportunity to kick it off than with our Stranger Things collab.
This is definitely not the end of this roguelite game mode. And when you think about it, the timing fits. The last time we got something permanent to our brawlers was in 2023 with hypercharges. We had gears in 2021, gadgets in 2020, and if that pattern continues, we are due for another system. Plus, every brawler has their hypercharge now, so what's next? Brawl Stars needs a fresh layer of progression, and cards do exactly that. They're literally the perfect candidate. We need a way to spend power points. For endgame players, there are simply too many. I mean, I literally have 200,000 power points with nothing to do with them. So here's the solution. Let us buy cards using power points. Something like a super rare card is 100 power points, an epic is 200, and a legendary is 400. That's 5,200 power points to max the deck, so that would mean you would need 500,000 power points to completely max every single brawler's card deck, which sounds like a lot. Maybe it's perfect, but it's not my job to balance it. but it would finally give players a reason to spend them. You could even let the people buy cards with gold or top it up with gold, so you can actually use your gold as well if you're maxed out. It makes getting 200 power points for a mythic drop maybe exciting. Heck, you can even get cards from star drops, so let's add that too. Okay, so let's say we unlock and own these cards. Then what? No way Upside Showdown and the boss fights are the only place to use them. Exactly. Create a completely separate matchmaking mode where people play regular Brawl, but with cards, like Brawl, but every win gives you a card, up to 5, and then you restart again, just like Upside Showdown. Or add a Chaos mode where you get 2 cards per match, meaning you could stack 10 by the final round. An Endless mode where you keep getting cards without a limit. Or a Double mode where every card is twice as strong. You could even do weekly themes like Movement Monday, where cards that increase movement speed are more common. Or Tank Tuesday, where HP and shield cards are more likely to drop, or are being made stronger. This all sounds insanely fun to me. The only issue would be match times, because splitting the player base too much can cause slow queues, we've seen that in the past. But I'm sure there's a fix that doesn't involve adding more bots. And here's another huge benefit. Cards could help balance weaker brawlers. Nobody runs Rosa, but she's very solid with her deck. Nobody runs Jackie, but she becomes insanely strong with her cards. Cards could make almost any brawler valuable, and you could actually like have fun. You can play someone who is not meta, you can still push their trophies because they are actually good with cards. So like that's I don't know, this feels good. And if Clash Royale can introduce something as unique as merge tactics, Brawl can probably do that too, right? So yeah, if this actually becomes permanent, and I called it before the next Brawl talk, I want y'all to call me the GOAT. But yeah, thank you for watching, and let me know your thoughts.